What's going on, Wolfpack? You're very welcome to another video here on Degenerate Watch. Thank you very much for joining me. In this video we're going to be going back to our roots and we're going to be taking a look at a Frauditor. And believe it or not, it's been almost a year and a half since the last time we featured some Frauditors here on the channel. And I don't know why that is, maybe I was suffering from a bit of Frauditor fatigue. But if it's something you guys would like to see me going back to covering a bit more, please do let me know down below in the comments. Now, my apologies if this video has been covered by somebody else. Some of you may or may not have seen it, and it's from about 2 years ago. But it recently popped up in my feed, so I decided let's do a video on it. For this one, we're off to the city of New London in Connecticut, where a man by the name of Daniel Kokoza is causing a bit of a stir outside the local police department. And here we're going for the tried and trusted tactic of drawing attention to yourself in a police station car park until someone comes and confronts you. Because as we all know, the confrontation is the money shot. So with all that being said, let's jump right into the video.
Hey, can I help you?
Dope.
What are you guys doing?
Filming.
For what?
Because I can. That's it.
Yeah, that's fine.
You like it. But I never seen one girl fucking. Exactly. I like this.
Me, I can see one nothing.
Any reason you're filming?
Fucking
Lima.
Don't want to answer any questions? What about you? You want to answer any questions? Or?
They heard this. They stated that those two were over their department videotaping and refused to identify themselves.
dark.
You can get off that car.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for doing the right thing.
So as we seen at the start of the clip, the officer came down the steps and was quite polite to these gentlemen, just asking them what they were doing. And in my personal opinion, I think he's quite entitled to go out there and ask them what they're up to, seeing as they're hanging around a police car park. And of course, as soon as the officer tried to engage with him, they had a poor attitude, which is par for the course here with these sort of gentlemen. Now, there could be any number of nefarious reasons why they'd be hanging around in a police car park, and there is any number of innocent reasons also. But to establish that, the police have to make contact. Let's talk a hypothetical situation here. Let's say these gentlemen are involved in some sort of criminality and they're casing out a personal vehicle of a police officer that may be investigating their cohorts. And then that officer gets followed home because their car was identified and something bad happens to him. Well then, would those officers not be derelict in their duty by not having gone out and investigated what was going on? Now that's just something I came up with off the top of my head, and there's any number of different situations could arise out of something like this. But anyway, moving on, our gentlemen here are just about to overstay their welcome.
Alright, you guys are done now.
No.
Yeah.
For what?
I'm asking you to leave the
I have not done a single
I'm asking you to leave private property now. Get out of the lot.
not private
Do
property.
you have police business here?
Yes. I'm going to the lobby now.
I'm asking you, okay, you can go to the lobby, but you cannot go to the lobby, you can leave.
I'm not doing anything.
I'm not asking you.
Okay, well, I'm sorry.
Are you here for police business?
Does it matter?
Yes. You're now in a private lot and you're being asked to
Where's
leave
the
up the
sign?
road.
Where's the sign?
The cause of a Frauditor, it's always a lost one because they always seem to be looking for a sign.
I'm telling you now,
It doesn't
go.
matter.
Leave
No,
this.
no, no.
Let's
no,
go.
No, no, It's not how
Off the
this
property,
works.
please.
It's not how this works.
Let's go.
It's not.
I'm not asking you.
Okay.
Get off the property.
I'm not.
Let's go.
I'm not.
Then you can end up downstairs in our lockup.
What you need to do.
Okay. You need to leave now, please.
For what?
You're not here for police business.
I just told you I was going in the lobby
Okay.
next.
Then you can go up in the lobby.
I can go up in the lobby
Yep.
when I'm ready.
No,
There's no
you
time
can-
limit.
okay.
There's no-
You're not going to be out here
come out here
with
and make up.
private
Where's
with
the-
officers.
where are your
personally.
signs?
Okay, I'm telling you
Where
now,
are your signs?
There are no signs. But
Exactly,
you're being given
I'm allowed to
a lawful
no,
order
you're
to
not. What law?
disperse.
What law?
Disorderly conduct.
For,
You're being
that's
given.
not how
Yes.
this works.
Let's go.
If you want here,
go.
disorderly conduct.
Let's go.
Come on, disorderly conduct.
Let's go.
You want to call it? Let's do it.
Let's go.
You want to call it? Let's do it. Because I'm doing nothing
Come
wrong.
on.
No,
why,
no, no.
Why you got to come out here and bust balls?
Bust
Like,
balls?
yes.
You came out here. I was doing nothing wrong.
Okay, you're out here filming people's.
I'm
personal
allowed
cars.
to.
Okay. Again.
Again, what?
Do you
so,
have anything
so
better
I'm allowed
to do than come
Then
and do
thank
this?
you. I'm not going to answer
All
any more questions. I'm going to
Let's go.
continue doing what I was doing.
You might be perfectly legally entitled to record whatever you want in public, but now they're asking you to leave the area. It's clearly obvious that the only purpose of this visit to this police station was to instigate some sort of a confrontation. The key thing for an officer to do in these situations is to keep calm and not rise to it. Because that's exactly what these guys are looking for. That's why they're recording, and that's why they push it as far as they can. And unfortunately for this officer that they're talking to, he takes the bait, hook, line and sinker.
Touching me? You're touching me? You're touching me?
Off the property.
Stop touching me, please.
Off the
Stop
property.
touching me, please.
It doesn't. I have been asked to leave.
It doesn't matter. You
You're
can't just
being
ask
asked
me
to leave. Yes, you can.
Listen, time out.
Yes,
No, you can't.
You want to come in for police business? come in
Listen,
for
no.
police
It
business.
doesn't. I don't even need police business.
Okay.
Even if I wasn't here for police business, it doesn't matter.
You're not going
This
to
is
stand out.
public
You're not
property.
going to
I can
here
stand
now.
out.
No,
here.
you're being
I
asked
can't.
to
It doesn't
leave.
matter.
Yes.
I haven't done anything wrong.
You're
You need to
being
commit a
asked to
crime
leave.
or be suspected of a crime. Like, how are you this high and you don't
You're
even know
now
that?
being asked
And then
to
you're putting
leave,
your
sir.
hands on me? What's
You're
wrong
being
with you?
asked to leave.
You need to go do your homework.
Okay, I'm doing my homework.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you need to go
You
read
need
the
to
laws.
leave the property,
No.
sir.
I need to commit a crime for you to have me leave public property. This is
You're
not
now
private.
being given a lawful order
No,
to leave the
lawful-
property
I
by
need-
a
what's
police
the law?
officer. Okay, trespass.
That's not, no. You can't trespass me for public property when I haven't broken a law.
Absolutely wrong. This is just a myth among these people that the police can't trespass you from public property. When the government or anybody for that matter owns a property, they can direct you to leave for any reason and you're trespassing if you don't. While you do have rights under the First Amendment to access public spaces for things like petitioning the government, public buildings can still impose reasonable time, place and manner restrictions. And I think manner would be the key phrase here. Either these people just play dumb on purpose or they're just ignorant to what actually really goes on. At the end of the day, it doesn't achieve nothing and it's all just a big waste of time when they could be doing something more productive with their day.
Okay,
Come on.
Are you here for police business?
I just told you I was.
Okay, then what is the police business you're
I don't
here
need
for?
to tell you.
Yes, you do.
No,
You're
I
not
don't.
here for police business.
I don't
That's
need
what
to
it
tell.
is.
All right, I'm not going to answer any more questions, and I'm standing right here until I'm ready to go inside.
Dumbest thing I've ever heard. Hi, I'm here to do some police business. Oh great sir, I'm a police officer. How may I assist you? Oh, I'm not talking to you. I'm not answering any questions. So basically, in layman's terms, what he's trying to say is he's not actually there to do any police business. It seems so very childish, doesn't it? I think these people just need to grow up.
And we're going to stand right here with
Go
you.
ahead.
Okay, I got all night, dude. I got till 7 o'clock in the morning.
And not only have I got till 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm also being paid till then with your tax dollars. You know, because they always like to remind the police that they pay their wages.
Can you start touching me?
Can you... No.
I'm allowed to move.
Okay, and so am I.
Okay, just keep touching me.
Let's go.
Jay, take your camera out.
Let's go.
Excuse me, sir.
Do you really want to do this?
I don't care, because I haven't done
Let's
anything
go.
wrong. You're the one making yourself look like
Get
a
off
clown.
Now, I wouldn't say the officer's the one here making himself look like a clown, but I do think the officer let himself down there by getting in that guy's way like that and kind of touching off him. It's just opening themselves up to a bit of a headache from these guys because you know the way they like to stir the pot. And that's what I'm on about. This officer, unfortunately, is taking the bait. But having said that, I can't totally blame the officer because even for me, watching these guys can be quite frustrating. So I can't imagine what it's like actually being there and having to put up with it in person. Especially since it can be a long, drawn-out interaction that can go on for quite some time, and all the officer really wants to do is bring things to a conclusion so they can get on with their other work. I'm pretty sure there's better things that all these officers could be doing than wasting their time with these guys in the car park. But don't forget, it's not the officers that actually created this situation, it's these gentlemen that have by showing up and then being belligerent. And if we drill right down to the roots of everything, they're not really here for any other purpose but to cause a confrontation such as we're watching. None of this actually has anything to do with freedom or fighting for your rights or anything like that. It's done for the sole purpose of creating drama, because as we all know, drama gets views. I don't care what anyone says, I fail to see how anybody can be any freer or have their rights any more protected by these guys having walked around a police car park and videoed a few vehicles. It's absolutely selfish. While they tie up the police officers with this nonsense, there's people actually out there waiting on a police response that can't get one.
Property.
No.
You don't need to be on
If you had a reason and you could really arrest me, you already would have done it.
It's Saturday and I don't feel like leaving me downstairs all weekend. I really don't.
I don't believe that.
This is
This
got
is
no
what?
need to be down here, dude.
I can be, yes, I do.
What
I'm
is
not
your
going to tell
police
you,
business
but I
to
can be here.
What is your police business?
I'm doing what I need to do.
Okay.
So
If you go near a personal car,
I'll go near whatever.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you.
No, if you go
I'm going
near-
to tell
you
you.
can
I'm
stay
done
there
it.
any- you can
No,
be
no,
there
no,
any
because
police
now
car
I
you
can
want.
stay here and now I can do that.
because I got better if you
No, because now you're wrong. I can record those cars. I can record any car in this parking lot
If
I
I
want.
catch you touching a vehicle or trying to open a door, I want to arrest you.
Now it goes to that. Did you see me do that before you touched me and did all that?
Did you do it?
Did you see me
I got
do it?
better
That's what you keep saying, but you're out here.
Okay.
You would have never came out here if you had something better
But I
to
said,
do.
if you need something, come up into the lobby and deal with it.
I'll be up there when I'm ready.
We're all set.
Thank you.
Fucking losers got nothing better to do.
Losers, you're
Got nothing better to do, dude. Just sit
You're
here
a
trying to
loser.
just bust
You
our
are
balls.
a loser.
Go find something better to do with your life.
Me,
Outside.
you're the one that came running outside like some tough guy, you clown.
What a waste of time. Go back.
No, I'm a waste of time. That's why you're out here wasting time. Bunch of now leave them. After you already touched me, loser. How many times did you touch me, clown? How many? That's why you can't. Go on personal cars right now. What are you gonna do? And I didn't even look at them before. Now I will.
So as you're saying, things nearly escalated there, but I'm glad that they didn't, because that's only playing into these guys' hands. If I'm being totally honest here and being fair, I think the officer there let himself down and could have been a bit more professional. And because of that, now all these guys are going to do is try push the buttons as much as they can, which is why they're continuing to go down and take videos of personal vehicles. They continue doing this for about another 4 or 5 minutes before they start heading back up towards the steps that the officer first came down from. And the only notable interaction that happens within that time frame is the one where this officer that we're watching the body cam footage of asks one of the guys, why are they doing this? Our main antagonist also asks for a supervisor.
Who's above you inside? I need to talk to a supervisor.
Out of curiosity, why? I mean, Saturday night, you guys can't go somewhere, hang out, like, we decided tonight was the night to film the police department parking lot.
Yeah, it's a hobby.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with dabbling in a little bit of photography as a hobby, as long-time viewers of the channel will know I do it myself. But that's not what this is. They're only gone down there to look for a reaction of the police. That's why as soon as they come out and approach them, they have an attitude. And if you do have a genuine interest in the police vehicles and the police station and all of that stuff, then you'd be civil with the officers when they come down and talk to you, because you get a lot further that way. But I really do think when officers come out and they realise that it's frauditors that are outside, that if they just ignore them and go back into the police station, they'll eventually just go away when they get fed up, because it's the interaction that they're looking for. And I know I'm repeating myself, but I think that officer did let the whole side down the way he got a bit hands-on with that guy, because that's only fired him up. And to be honest, I think it only extended their stay here. The only other thing that happens outside before the officers decide to head back inside is that Mr. Kokoza asked the officers involved for their badge numbers. I bet we all didn't see that coming. He also refers to the officers as babysitters. How cute.
Hey, babysitter, can I get you the babysitter?
Yeah, Lewis 665.
Sadowski 688. Sadowski 688.
Another one?
Lewis 665.
You guys need to do better.
The ones that need to do better here are the frauditors, and in that I mean find something better to do. So now that the officers have gone inside, where do you think the frauditors decide to go? Inside as well. And why might you ask? Well, for the obligatory complaint form, of course. Did you think those officers were getting away without getting complained on? Not likely. So now let's rejoin the action inside the police station. So the frauditors have went back inside the police station and asked for a supervisor, which is the sergeant whose body cam we're watching now. It would also appear that someone in the station has been watching the UFC. I wonder what our friends out at reception would have said about that. I'd say if it was your man Glenn Serio out there, he'd probably challenge the officer to have a main event with him at the front desk. So the sergeant, armed with one complaint form, goes outside to see if he can appease these gentlemen. But I don't think it's going to be that easy.
Oh, can I help you?
Yeah, you're the supervisor?
One of them, yeah.
So I was outside, walking through your parking lot, taping. Your officers, 3 of them came out. Supervisor started pushing me around, giving unlawful orders.
Giving out what kind of orders?
Unlawful. Kept trying to tell me I'm trespassing and I'm disorderly when I wasn't doing
Well, it's a
anything.
lawful order.
If you're doing it.
But
If you're committing that crime, it's a lawful order, but when you're not.
Oh, if you read the statute for trespass first, after giving a lawful order,
Yeah, you have to be committing a crime.
Regardless if it's posted or not.
No, but you have to be committing a crime to be trespassing on public property.
Alright, well, I'm not gonna argue with you on that.
Oh, okay. You're just like the rest of them. I need 3 complaint forms, and how do I request that body cam footage?
Have to go do an FOI.
Through here though, or where?
Yeah.
Town hall? Through records? Okay, so how do I get the complaints?
You want a complaint form? How many?
No, 3. 4.
Three complaint. But there's 2 of you. But you can put more than one officer on a form. Is that what you're
No,
asking?
I want to put, I do them individual.
So you want 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he does them individual as to increase the burden on the environment. You know, in this day and age of protecting the environment and all that stuff, these frauditors might want to start thinking a bit more eco-friendly. I'd really love to know the carbon footprint that these frauditors are actually creating. Think about all the paperwork created, the electricity wasted, the fuel wasted in the police vehicles responding to the calls to these guys, or also from these guys travelling all over the country. Maybe instead of doing their next audit, they should go and plant a few trees or clean a beach somewhere. That would definitely be a more productive usage of their time. So rather than watch the monotonous task of the photocopying of complaint forms, we're going to skip ahead to the presentation of said complaint forms.
Alright, here you go.
Can I get your name, badge number?
Yeah, right there. That's your license.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
You guys have better for the public.
Okay.
The sergeant there at the end not listening to any of their nonsense. I'd love to actually see the complaint forms and see what they actually put down on them. I'm sure my viewers in the United States are delighted with the valiant effort that was put in here to defend freedom. Vehicles were photographed, insults were thrown, complaint forms were obtained. I mean guys, come on, this is the pinnacle of civil rights activism. And I do hope you can all sleep a little bit sounder in your beds tonight. Another point to note about this video is it's a bit of an unusual angle for a Frauditor video, as the footage is coming from a police body cam. But putting all sarcasm aside, as usual, there was nothing achieved here. It was just a waste of their time, a waste of the police's time, but at least we got some entertainment out of it. And I do hope you guys did enjoy the video, and if you did, please do me a favour and hit that like button, as it does really help the channel out, and I do very much thoroughly appreciate it. Well guys, that just about wraps things up for this video. I do thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you'll also join me for the next episode of Degenerates of the Week, which is number 6, which will be coming in the next couple of days here on the channel. So if you don't want to miss that video, make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on so you'll get notified when that video does get uploaded. And if you haven't checked out last week's episode of Degenerates of the Week, I'll leave a link to that down below in the description. If you'd like to support my work here on the channel, please do check out some of the links down below in the description, and do consider supporting the channel, as it does really help us out here. Another way to support the channel is by becoming a channel member. You can find out more information about that at the link down below in the description, or hit the little join button down below this video. Alternatively, you can hit the little heart button down below this video to send us a super thanks. I'd like to give a massive shout out to the Wolf Pack, that is the crew of legends that are my channel members. And I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all the new members that joined us on the giveaway from last week's episode of Degenerates of the Week. Thank you very much guys for your continued support and encouragement. As always, it is very much appreciated. I also want to give a shout out to everyone that's watching this with me on the premiere. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, I'll be back in the next couple of days with another video. I do hope you'll join me then. And if you haven't checked out some of our other videos, why not check out one of the videos that should be appearing on screen now. Until next time guys, stay safe, take care, peace.